he's been listening to a lot of, this kind of podcasts online, basically.
So he figured out how to not be a pussy?
Well, that's debatable.
It doesn't sound debatable. It sounds like he wasn't there to kiss your ass anymore and it made you upset. And so now you're upset at us. And now you're upset at us because this guy doesn't kiss your ass.
No, I'm actually not upset at you at all. But that was the entire point of reaching out. Because the thing was, we got into a lot of arguments that was basically about him not wanting to be a pussy.
Were you having a sexual relationship with this guy?
No.
No? He was just a close personal friend?
He was the best thing that ever happened to me, as a matter of fact.
Did he want to have a relationship with you?
No, not to my knowledge. I mean, we've spoken later, and I think he said he had quite a crush on me at some point, but that was just because he thought it was super awesome to hang out with. But I don't. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing more in it. In any case, if I can get back to my story? Sure. So I was trying to, while we were not talking, and I was trying to figure out what the fudge, was wrong. So I started watching some of these podcasts to figure it out. And
what was wrong? What was wrong? First, let's start with that. What was wrong? What was the problem?
I think it seems like he didn't feel like he was an adequate human being, essentially.
Well, what did he say? What were his complaints?
That men were, or he was, and men in general, was expendable.
That's true.
That they weren't good for society in general, and they were only valuable if they performed in some way, if they were rich or if they were handsome, or the entire thing. I do disagree with that. I think men are great just because they are.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with that too. I don't think men are only valuable ontologically because they're rich or handsome. That's
no. But that's what I got from him, which was really sad, really. But it does seem that he has, how do you say, like he's worthless, basically, because he's a man. And I think some of the things that has been said on at least this show made it very clear. So I tried reaching out to him again.
What things were said on this show that made him feel valueless as a man?
No, there was nothing said on the show that made him feel less valuable as a man. It was just confirmed a belief he already had about himself.
Well, how could that have confirmed his belief if there was nothing on the show said about how men are less valuable?
Because
it's the women on the show who make men feel like that, not the men on the show.
I think it's been something else from his past, to be quite honest with you. But I think you should. I'm not sure that I'm the right person to ask these questions, because I don't know the entirety of what's going on in his head.
Well, so why don't I'll read the message that you sent.
Oh, please.
And then
don't.
we can. Well, I mean, it's material to the conversation at hand, but so one of your reels snuck into my feed when you were doom scrolling. I remind you a lot of your friend. The similarity is really quite ridiculous. Now, I don't know how much, and this is what you wrote, I don't know how much of your show is your own opinion and how much is on behalf of your viewers, but you really make it a virtue to pick the real moments where you act like an ignorant, self-centered, woman-hating psychopath. Yes. So let's explore these claims. So I perhaps you could point. Hold on. Perhaps you could point to something that I've said that is ignorant, self-centered. But the one I'm more interested in is the woman-hating psychopath part. Mm-hmm. So what have I said that is woman-hating?
Actually, I can't think of a single one right now, but I do think that some of the things that you say, I think I've seen like a few videos where you're not, to be quite honest.
Well, let's not worry about the ones where I'm not. You've alleged that I'm a woman-hating psychopath. You've alleged that you can't think of an example, but I'd like to hear at least one example of something that I've said that's woman-hating.
Okay. For instance, I watched I would like to make it clear that these are only on the shorts. Those were the ones I was talking about.
Yeah, sure. Anything that I've said in the shorts, I said on the show too. So
yeah.
I mean, it's typically edited down, condensed, but
yes, I know.
Yeah, it's
but
not like.
But when you have like 8 seconds, like taken out of context, it kind of becomes its own context. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Sure. So okay, let's assume it's even edited in a way to make me look unbecoming in some way. So what did I say in this edited reel?
For instance, well, this young woman was talking about how she thinks she has to be funny and witty and smart when she's meeting guys. Mm-hmm. And you interrupted her saying, I don't think that. I think what a woman should bring to me is peace. That's what you said, something along the lines of that. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. It's like, what I thought that was an example of is how, you just interrupted basically her experience with your own experience. And I'm not saying either of them are correct, and I'm not saying either of them are wrong.
Sure.
But it's really not a way to treat people, I think.
Well, sure. So I'll just go ahead and grant you that I interrupted her. Interrupting somebody means you hate women?
No, but consistently doing it means that, well, at least from my point of view, means that...
Maybe it means I'm a jerk. It might mean I'm a jerk or I'm rude. But how do you come to the conclusion that that's woman-hating?
Because it's only women you do it to. I've never
Andrew. Look.
Does he interrupt you as well?
I do.
With these kind of things?
I do. Oh. And in fact, last show I was interrupting quite a bit. Oh. But as the host and moderator of a podcast, I interrupt people. Sometimes I have to move things along. Sometimes people are a bit long-winded and, not Andrew.
So you sometimes, actually.
He interrupts the men on the show as much as...
Yeah, I'll interrupt people.
Well, I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Well, in any case... Why don't we even grant it? I interrupt the women... Well, I mean...
You just interrupted me right now. I was talking, you just interrupted me. You going to chastise?
I'm a man-hater, Andrew.
You are actually quite a man-hater.
Misandrist. I'm a misandrist, Andrew.
Misandrist? Oh.
Yeah. But
Can
so...
you even be a misandrist?
Hold on. So... The other issue here is that the panel is predominated by women. So it's more of course, I'm more likely to be interrupting women in general because there's more women speaking.
Also, yes.
But in any case, so just to be clear, someone is a woman hater if they interrupt women.
If they don't want to listen to what women have to say.
Oh, I listen to women all the time.
Do you? Really?
I have 6, 7, 8 hour streams where I give a panel of women pretty much total open mic, and I give them plenty of time to state their position and worldview.
You do that.
That's the basis of the show, is giving a lot of women who are just, some of them have social media following, some of them are total no media following, just normal women, and here's a mic, tell me what you think.
Yes, you do that.
Okay, but so...
Granted.
Okay, here. So, can you, besides the interrupting example, what's another piece of evidence pointing towards me being a woman hater or a woman hating psychopath? Give me
actually,
go ahead. I just need to
the camera.
No, keep going.
Well, you had to check something.
No, go ahead.
Okay, no, I just felt like I should waiting for you. I felt like that was polite.
Go ahead.
I think also one of the things, I've also seen you in a show, what are they called? In a short. I think Madison was talking about something. She wanted to start a channel, and because it wasn't becoming you very well, you went, no.
Do you want
And
to
that's
become a
really,
whore?
and that's
the only
You mean
fans.
when she
Yeah.
wanted to become she wanted to become a prostitute? And Brian said,
I
"No,
don't
be a
think anyone
prostitute."
should become a prostitute if they don't want to. Obviously not.
No, I don't think they should, even if they want to. I still think that you shouldn't be a prostitute, even if you want to be a prostitute. I still think that's bad.
I think that's kind of a...
Yeah, but why would I trust you? You're mentally ill. Like, why would I trust a mentally ill woman to tell me that women who want to be prostitutes should be able to be prostitutes? That sounds insane to me.
I just think it's one of those gray areas where you like... if it, I mean, I'm not encouraging
gray
anyone
area.
to become a prostitute. I don't want that to happen, but I just think there is like, you can't just say you should do this or you should do that. It's like, it's really a very personal choice.
But why would that be woman hating?
Yeah, but okay, wait,
But
wait,
it is
hang on,
like
hang on.
if you can treat
this is
medicine that
crazy.
way, you know, if you
Wait
can
a
treat
second, wait a
medicine
second.
that way.
This is crazy. People make personal decisions and choices all the time, which are stupid. Hang on.
True that.
People make personal choices and decisions all the time, which are stupid. And it's really good if they have friends and they have advisors who talk them out of making stupid choices. Right? This idea that everybody, because they made a personal choice, it's somehow okay is dumb. People make stupid decisions constantly, and thank God we have people who talk them out of making stupid decisions. That kid at 18, 19 years old should not become an OnlyFans prostitute. I'll haunt her for the rest of her life, and I'm glad that I was able to talk her out of it, and so was Brian. Why in the world would we want to see our friend hurt themselves like that? Why would we want to see our friend do that?
Was she gonna start an OnlyFans? Like
Yes.
a prostitute OnlyFans? I was pretty sure she was talking about a cooking channel.
You know, do you know what a slippery slope is?
Ooh, yeah. You're afraid she's gonna go down a slippery slope.
Yeah,
I think that's valid.
once-
I think that is a
think-
valid point.
I think that when you go onto a venue like OF, it's very easy for you to start with benign content, and then as you get propositioned by more and more people, it's very easy for you to slide down that hole. Yeah, I think so.
I think it is very easy, but I think that's
Yeah.
where you should actually go in and talk her out of that. I think that's
what
when
I
you should
did.
be a
That's what I
support.
did. I did that.
But
I
not
talked her out
because
of
she
it.
wants to go on the channel and cook.
Yeah, sure.
But are you
yeah,
sure?
She wants to go. She wants to go on the channel and cook. And do you think that the men who are going to watch her on the OnlyFans channel are going there to watch her cook, or because they want to watch her stroke a dick? Which one do you think is more likely? Being completely honest, do you think that men want to go to OnlyFans to watch cooking shows, or to watch women take off their clothes and do things
Definitely
like that?
think they want to see women take off their clothes.
Right, me too. So I talked my friend out of that because I didn't want to see her go down that path.
Well, I think that's good, but do you really think that was the way to go? Like scolding her
Yes.
like that?
Yes. Yes, I'm not going to... When a person's about to make a stupid decision, especially young kids like that, sometimes a good scolding is exactly what they need so that they steer away from that horrible decision that they're going to make. Why couldn't she do a cooking channel on Twitch, on YouTube, on all these other places?
Yeah, actually,
why
I
would you
also
wanna
thought
limit it
about
to-
that.
Yeah, why would you want to limit it to OnlyFans? Well, because you think that you're going to make more money off of men there who want to see you half naked. That's why. That's the idea. And so, of course...
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, so
All the way. Sorry, Andrew, our audio was not boosted all the way. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh.
So of course I'm going to try. Of course I'm going to try to help my friend. I'm not going to let her destroy her life. I can avoid it. Now, if she said, "Screw off, I'm going to do what I want," there's nothing I can do about that ultimately. But I can at least try.
Why didn't you suggest Twitch
I
or
did.
YouTube?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Not on that reel I saw. Sorry.
But
Yeah.
again,
Well, I mean, but you don't have all the information in
No, I
context.
do not
because-
have it. But that's
Yeah,
also
because you
what
didn't
I
watch the entire
said.
thing. But I did recommend that she did a Twitch YouTube stream for cooking rather
going
than an
to do that
OnlyFans
then?
stream for cooking.
Is she going to do that then?
but okay.
I mean, I
look,
think it would be quite fun for her, actually.
That's fine. I mean, I'll move things on here a little bit, but the two examples that you've provided thus far are not particularly convincing in terms of establishing
That you're a psychopath.
that I'm a psychopath or that I'm
No,
woman
but-
hating or Andrew's woman hating.
I didn't say that Andrew was woman hating.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
never
you said,
talked about him.
Yeah, okay, fine. You're talking about me.